Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Imana Amawe. Coming up on the program today, Army clears the air on alleged invasion of Banana Island as residents continue to resist access to Apple Island through the choice real estate. Kwara State Governor assures all communities of equal distribution of social amenities. And Osun Development Association holds brainstorming session with parties involved in the state's governorship elections. And thanks for staying with us. The Army Authority and the Federal Ministry of Works, Power and Housing have come out to clear the air on an altercation that ensued on Banana Island following the visit of the Chief of Army Staff to the proposed site of Apple Island. While responding to the claim by the residents that their privacy was invaded, the Chief of Civil Military Affairs, Major Nuhu Angbazo, says the visit was purely in good faith and wonders why the Army boss was resisted on a public asset. Our correspondent, Chris Ilems, reports.
For the Chief of Army Staff, okay, no problem.
This is an actual footage of residents of Banana Island addressing what they are judged as an invasion of their private estate by military personnel. The Army Chief had come to see the proposed site of Apple Island, a project by the Nigerian Army Property Limited, which could only be accessed through Banana Island. To get further insight into the area of dispute, Channels Television paid a visit to Banana Island. Tokumbo Wahab, a resident, tells us why they had to speak up in the face of perceived intimidation.
We have the approval from Federal Ministry of Works and Housing as far back as 2012, if I'm right. And then last year we had the approval from NIWA, Inland Waterways, to landfill for jetty. Now, they want to use the same place. They came in here with boot of these military men, pull down all the works we've done, raise their signage, and then just to come and reclaim this place and use the same entry and exit point.
According to him, the implication is that the shopping mall, green areas, and children playing fields will have to give way for the proposed Apple Island to take off.
For us, it's a no-no. We know the way things work in this part of the world, and we've seen Festac run down. We've seen Lekki next door here run down.
Like I said to you, the estate is congested. The road, sometimes we have traffic. Our facility can't even take it.
But the military authority views this differently.
It's a welfare project. It's a project that, has to do with development. And the only access way actually was through Banana Island. But this is a public asset. And so, for a group that supposedly is representing the community to mobilize a few people and, stop the Chief of Army Staff and, that really, it's not an issue for contention whatsoever.
He also hopes the issue will be amicably resolved in order to promote better relationship.
And in between them, there is a kind of road.
With the status of the access area still unclear, we visited the Federal Controller Housing in Lagos for clarification.
The much I can tell you is that there were plans by the federal government to do a phase 2 of Banana Island. That's much. But so far, as I know, it's still on the drawing board. The best of my knowledge, that particular place was not given to the residents association. It's still a lay-by that was left there in case this other project decides to take off.
At the moment, the various parties are expected to follow the path of peace and work out an implementable plan that will ensure better infrastructure and good neighborliness when the project eventually sees the light of the day. Chris Ilems, Channels Television News.
In the meantime, road projects are springing up in different areas of Kwara State, following appeals from various communities on the terrible conditions of their access roads. This also comes with an assurance from the state government that no part of the state will be left out in the provision of social amenities. The Kwara State Governor, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, has been out and about to see some of the construction sites.
2 years ago, this Coca-Cola bridge in Kwara State caved in due to a flood that ravaged the area. Since then, residents and motorists have had no choice but to ply alternate routes that leave lasting problems on anyone or anything that passes through it.
The vehicles that passes through this place are being destroyed. We lost all our observers most of the time. In fact, we are pleading to the government to see to the assistance of this road.
Not only has the state governor ordered the contractors handling the project to return to site, he also wants to see the level of damage. After an assessment of the project, the State Commissioner for Works and Transport is given further instructions that will ensure the bridge is no longer compromised in the event of flooding.
The last time we studied, it's about 56%.
Projects are ongoing in other areas, and the governor tours many of those sites to get briefing from those in charge.
Here up to the 00 to Sango to Kolinde Junction. We are doing the stone base this week and next week, and the asphalt will start.
Impressed with progress, the governor promises that infrastructure will spread to all parts of the state.
I'm quite impressed with the rate of work, and we see that everything is going on schedule. And just like we are committed to ensuring that funding is made available as at when due, we can see that we are getting value for money. Obviously, this is going to take us to the time scheduled for completion. We are happy with what we are seeing here.
Most of the projects are close to being delivered and are expected to be commissioned soon.
The Bayelsa State Governor, Dickson, has assured workers on the timely completion of the ongoing low-cost housing units in Southern Ijaw local government area and Yenagoa local government of the state. It's expected that on completion, the projects will decongest Yenagoa, the state capital, and afford low-income earners the opportunity to own decent homes. Governor Dickson gave the assurance after inspecting the housing projects in Ayama Kwansia Market and the site for the proposed market at Yenagoa.
I must say we are quite satisfied, quite encouraged by what we have seen on ground. This is, with what we have seen, there's an encouragement to even do more. So moving forward, you will see more markets being built. Those already started will be completed and put to use. We want our market women, our women who have been so supportive, to own market shops so that they can trade. By that way, we are promoting entrepreneurship. You can see these are almost set for occupation. But it will be done officially in no distant time. I think it's an example of what every community should do to encourage and support the government of the day when the government is doing the right things, when the government is working for your development.
And still on infrastructure development, the Cross River State government has commenced work for the construction of a factory that will produce automated vibrated electricity poles, piles and pylons in Akankpa local government area of the state. The state governor, Ben Ayade, said this will be a major landmark towards the realization of the state's Bakassi Deep Sea Port project, which is presently at the dredging stage. He says the equipment for the construction is ready for installation, after which manufacturing and shipping to the deep sea port will commence.
Cross River State intends to build a superhighway. We also want to do our transmission. And then we have the pylons. The pylons are the structures above ground that also will help in the transmission and distribution of power within the deep sea port. So this factory is going to build and produce piles, pylons and poles. That's what we call it, the piles, pylon and pole factory. And I think I have tried to explain what each one represents. So Cross River State is digitally thinking ahead and say while we are waiting, while the dredging is going on,
let us start the production of all the piles, so that by the time the construction phase starts, we just go and just knock in these piles and that's it. So those who think that this deep sea port is a far cry, is a big dream, it's impossible, because they are thinking only from money, not realizing that there's something stronger than money, which is the intellectual money. So with the intellectual money, which is the third generation way of thinking, we are sure that with the dredging that is already ongoing, once we finish our reclamation, the piling will commence.
Still ahead on the program, a group in Osun State is asking political parties to be mindful of their campaign messages ahead of the September governorship elections. Join us again.